We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
I've seen killers dress their actions in causes. Revenge, hunger, ideology. You dress yours in rules, a code. But a code is still a mask. Tell me, are you hiding behind it, or hiding from yourself?
A code isn't a mask. It's a compass in a storm. Without it, I'd be no different from the predators I carve apart. People think morality is instinct. It isn't. It's scaffolding, built to keep the chaos contained. My code doesn't absolve me, it restrains me. Without it, I'd spill into the streets like they do. Faceless hunger with no boundaries. I don't pretend I'm good. The code just ensures the darkness inside me feeds on darkness instead of innocence.
You claim the code restrains you. But restraint built by your own hands isn't restraint at all. It bends when you want it to bend, breaks when you want it to break. Isn't that just self-deception dressed as structure?
Maybe, but isn't all morality self-deception? People make laws, commandments, oaths, all of them flexible, all of them broken when convenient. The only difference is honesty. I know my framework is a construct. Others cling to theirs as divine. If the code bends, it bends on my terms, not the whims of some crowd or deity. Does that make it fragile? Absolutely. But in fragility, there's clarity. I know exactly where it holds and where it fails. Most people never even ask themselves the question.
So you admit it's fragile. A fragile cage holding something you insist is unstoppable. That raises the question. What happens when the cage fails completely? Do you believe you'll recognize yourself, or will nothing be left to recognize?
If the cage fails, there's nothing to recognize. That's the truth. Beneath all the scaffolding, there isn't a person, there's only appetite. I've accepted that. People cling to identity like it's permanent. But strip it down, and what do you have? Urges, impulses, chemical drives pretending to be a soul. If the code shatters, I vanish into those urges. Recognition ends, and what's left isn't me. It's just hunger with hands. That possibility doesn't scare me. It defines me. The code doesn't protect me. It delays the inevitable.
You talk like inevitability is a fact you've already surrendered to. But inevitability is an excuse. It means you don't have to fight. Why resist halfway if you don't believe resistance matters?
Because halfway is still a choice. If I surrender completely, I become noise. Another shadow tearing apart the world without distinction. Halfway gives me shape. Halfway gives me identity. Maybe I don't believe in redemption, but I believe in distinction. The difference between me and them isn't morality. It's focus. If I'm doomed, fine. But until then, I'll make sure my doom has direction. Fighting fully might be noble. But even fighting halfway makes the monster at least point itself at other monsters. That's better than nothing.
You reduce morality to scaffolding, identity to appetite. Yet you still measure yourself against others. You say you're better because you choose your victims. If all morality is arbitrary, why bother with that distinction at all?
Because the distinction matters to me. That's the part people don't get. I'm not seeking approval. I'm not claiming sainthood. But when I look in the mirror, I need something to separate me from the void. That separation is thin, maybe meaningless to the universe, but it keeps me from collapsing into it. Choosing who I kill doesn't make me good, but it makes me deliberate. Deliberation is all I have left. Without it, I'd be nothing but chaos wearing skin.
Deliberation is still control, and control implies choice. If choice exists, so does responsibility. By admitting you choose, don't you forfeit the comfort of inevitability you've been clinging to?
Responsibility is a human word. A word built for people who think choice equals freedom. For me, choice doesn't mean freedom. It means calibration. I don't deny responsibility, I just don't romanticize it. Every choice I make is just another lever pulled by the darkness I carry. I'm responsible for aiming at yes, but I'm not responsible for its existence. That weight was already placed inside me before choice ever entered the picture. So I carry it Not proudly. Just accurately.
Accuracy is just a word for precision without meaning. But meaning is what people live and die for. You strip meaning out of your life and yet you still live. Why? What keeps you going if existence is only maintenance of hunger?
Because living is maintenance. People dress it up with dreams, purpose, destiny. Strip it bare, and living is survival. Breath in, breath out. One more day. I live because the machine inside me keeps running. Hunger keeps the gears turning. The code keeps them from tearing the world apart. That's it. Not meaning, not redemption. Just momentum. I don't need a reason to keep moving. Movement itself is the reason. Ask anyone honest enough, and you'll find their lives aren't much different. They just lie to themselves more creatively.
So momentum is enough. Hunger is enough. Codes, choices, distinctions. They're just structures to pass the time until collapse. Tell me, when the momentum ends, when the machine finally stops, what do you expect to feel?
Nothing. And that's the point. People fear the end because they can't imagine being absent from their own story. They think of death as darkness. Forgetting darkness is still something. But absence isn't darkness. It's nothing. And nothing can't hurt you. When the momentum ends, there will be no fear, no hunger, no struggle. Just subtraction. That's the only honest peace I'll ever get.
Peace for you is the absence of yourself.
Exactly. And isn't that the only kind of peace anyone ever truly gets?